In this video, we're going to examine the split command for Autodesk Inventor. Now, the split command is a very handy modification tool for multiple different purposes. We'll begin by looking at the first purpose, which is to split a face. Now, when you split a face, you might be doing it for design methodology reasons to create different types of complex drafts or different types of raised elements to a particular piece, or simply changing the color of two different faces. You can also use the split face command to separate a face up so that when you're doing a finite element analysis or FEA study, you can apply loads to certain areas of a face instead of the entire face, which will give you different results in an FEA system. So we'll take a look at both of those methods. The split command is up under our combine tool on our modify panel. So here I'll choose the split. And split only has a dialog box, no mini toolbar associated to this. And we have three methods on the left-hand side. The first two we're going to focus on in this video. We have the split face, and we also have the trim solid option. So with the first one selected, the split face, my tool for splitting will be this sketch. Now, you can also have a work plane be your split tool. It doesn't have to be a sketch like I have here. However, this is actually the easiest thing in this particular case. So now that I have the split tool chosen, I'll go ahead and pick which face to split. I can choose the top, and I can also choose the bottom face if I like. And it'll extrapolate that sketch to the bottom side to split on both sides of this piece. We also have the ability to tell it to split all faces or selected faces. Of course, in this case, I just wanted the two. I'll go ahead and choose OK, and I now have a face here and also a face on the bottom. So if I need to apply FEA, I could do it just to this particular area and not the entire face on top of this bracket. I'll do another split over here with the split face option, this time using this tool. This face will be split. We'll split it on this one side closest to me. I'll choose OK, and then again, I have a split going on there. So what can I do with this? Well, maybe I can change the color of one side or not. Totally up to you. But what I'm going to do is a face draft of just the bottom portion. So I'll start my draft command. I'll choose my pull direction to be the bottom side here. Pick that face, and then I can draft that out without affecting the top portion. So that is definitely a handy thing to use, especially for more complex design. Now the next thing to look at would be a split part. So let me go to my split 2 IPT from our working files directory. And here I have this little vacuum hose attachment. I'm going to turn on one of my origin planes, the YZ plane here. Start the split command, and this time choose the second option called trim solid. Now, this method here is a method you might use to create more complex cuts that happen to be on your designs. In this particular case, I'm going to do a split that basically cuts this thing in half into two separate bodies. Maybe it's actually the complete design, but when it goes together, it has to be two separate pieces, a left-hand and right-hand side. So I'll begin by grabbing this plane as my split tool, and then I can tell it which side from that plane to remove material. So I can flip it both ways around for the remove. Here I'll flip it to that side of the plane, and I'll choose OK. As you can see, it removes that entire side of the model. Now, if I need to save this as the right-hand side, I'd simply save the file, give it the new name, and then I would then go back into the split command, reverse it to the opposite side, and perform a save copy as and call it the other hand or the left-hand side. Now, there's other things we can use this for. There's other technologies inside of Inventor which can also do similar things to this, but that's one idea of the split. It basically lops off one entire side of a model.